Accept this.
Okay, so today we'll continue our pronunciation practice with reading passage 2, test 2, Cam 18, and Mr. Hung. Can you read this part, please? For safety's sake,
Sake.
for
For safety's
safety's sake,
sake.
for safety's
Then,
sake,
for safety's sake, then we want the machine.
machines to
We
be
want the machine to be
ethically
ethical, ethically, to
ethically, as
be
well as
ethically as well as cognitively.
no, cognitively là không đúng rồi.
Co-
Những âm mấy, những âm mấy,
con, cos,
những âm đào.
cognitively,
Cognitively,
cognitively, as
cognitively
well as
superhuman.
cognitively superhuman. We want them
To
uh,
aim for the moral high
aim for
ground.
the moral high ground, not for the top,
Kéo dài. Troughs.
not for the top,
Troughs
not for,
in which
not for the top, in which many of us spend some of our time. Luckily, they'll be smart
they'll be,
enough.
they'll,
They'll,
they'll be, they'll be, they'll be,
they'll,
they'll be, they'll be.
they'll be smart enough for the job if there are routes to the moral high ground. They'll be
They'll be
better
better than
than
us at
us
fighting them.
at fighting them and steering us in the right direction. For the safety's sake, then they want the machines to be ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. We want them to aim for the moral high ground, not for the truth, not for the tropes,
Not for the
in which
troughs in which many of us spend some of our
not for
time.
the tropes, in which many of us spend
Many of
some
us spend
hour
some of our time.
which many of us spend some of our time. Luckily,
Luckily, they'll be smart
they
enough for the job.
they they luckily they'll be smart enough for the job if there are rules
To
to
the
the
moral
moral
high
high
ground.
ground. They'll be better than us at finding them and steering us in the right direction.
Okay. Okay, let's try again. For safety's sake.
For safety's sake, they then we want the machines to be ethically
Ethic. Danh
to
từ,
be ethically
danh từ là
to be
ethic.
ethically as
Ethic,
well
đạo
as
đức.
cognitively
Ethically as well as
cognitive,
cognitively.
to be ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. We want them to aim for the moral high ground, not for the tropes in which many of us spend some of our time. Luckily, they'll be smart enough for the job if there if there are rules to be to the moral high ground. They'll be better than us at finding them and steering us in the right direction.
Mhm.
However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision.
With this utopian vision. Đúng rồi, để Z
Vision.
rồi. Vision,
With, with
run.
this utopian vision. Vision. With
Vision,
this
vision,
vision. Vision. Vision.
vision, vision,
Vision.
vision,
Vision. Vision. With this
vision.
utopian vision,
One is how we get the
vision,
machine started on a journey.
One is how we get the
One
machine.
is how we get the
One is
machines
one is how we get the machines started
started on
on
a
the
journey.
journey. Yeah, the other is what it would what it would mean
To
to reach
reach this
the to
destination.
reach what it would mean to reach this destination.
The getting started problem is that
The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machine what
what they're looking
they are
for with
looking
sufficient
for,
clarity.
sufficient clarity that we can be confident they will find it, whatever it actually turn.
Cái chữ ít này á, nó gần như nó hơi bị nhấn mạnh chút xíu, nó đặt cái dấu mà phẩy phẩy này nè. Whatever it actually turns out to be, turns out to be. Whatever it actually
Whatever
turns
it
out to be.
actually turns out to be. This won't be easy given that we are
Tribal
tribal
creatures,
creatures.
creatures, phải là creator.
We are tribal creatures
Đúng rồi,
and
creatures and
conflicted
conflicted
about the ideal,
the ideal nha ông hai.
about the ideal
Ideals
ourselves,
ourselves.
about the ideals ourselves.
The ideals ourselves. We often
We often
ignore,
ignore, we often
ignore,
we often in ic- we often ignore
we
the
often
suffering.
ignore the suffering of strangers.
We often ignore. We often ignore.
Iga,
ic-
ignore.
ic-
We often
we often
ignore,
ignore. We
ignore
often
the suffering.
ignore the suffering of strangers.
Stranger,
The
không phải là
stranger,
stranger mà là stranger, âm DZ.
stranger, stranger,
Stranger, tại
stranger,
vì từ gốc nó là strange, strange, cho nên là
vision,
stranger,
vision, vision,
stranger,
stranger, stranger,
stranger, stranger, stranger.
stranger, vision. Vision,
What?
vision,
Vision, you mean?
vision,
Run, run,
stranger,
run.
run,
Vision, vision.
vision, stranger, 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 and even contribute to it, at least indirectly. Direct, indirect, at least indirectly.
At
We
least
often
indirectly
we often ignore the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, at
contributed.
least
At least
indirectly,
indirectly.
at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the direction of something better? We often ignore the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the directions of something better?
Something better, yeah. Okay, let's try again. However, there are
Yeah.
two big
However,
problems
there are two big problems with this,
with
with this, with this,
with this
utopian visions.
utopian vision,
However, there are two big problems with the utopian vision.
vision,
Vision,
vision, vision,
vision, vision,
vision,
vision, vision,
Run,
vision.
run, run, run.
Run.
Không phải run, không phải run, nó là âm DZ, âm R. Mình phải đẩy hết tất cả sức từ trong trong cái phổi ra luôn á. Run,
The run,
run.
we run,
Run
we
là R,
run.
R, R, nó rung cái lưỡi rồi. và cái lưỡi nó đụng ngay cái giữa cuống họng, nó là chữ R. Nhưng mà cái này chữ dần, cái lưỡi nó
dần,
không đụng vào ngay
vision,
giữa cuống họng đâu. Dần, dần, chứ không phải là
dần,
run.
dần, vision,
Gần được rồi, đúng, very good,
vision,
very good. Vision.
vision,
Đúng rồi, gần đúng rồi.
vision.
Vision, vision,
À, không phải cái
vision.
lưỡi không đụng trên hàm, cái lưỡi lưỡi đụng trên hàm là vision, còn
Đúng rồi.
cái lưỡi không đụng trên
Cái
hàm là
lưỡi á,
vision.
nó mà đụng vào cái răng cửa nó ra chữ L. Còn nếu mà cái lưỡi nó đụng vào ngay giữa cuống họng á, bên trên nó ra chữ R.
Không, đụng vào trên
Còn
hàm chứ, đụng vào trên hàm trên á,
đúng
trong
rồi, nó
vùng
ra chữ
hông họng
R.
chứ.
Đúng
Còn
rồi.
hàm
còn
là
nếu mà còn nếu mà anh để cái lưỡi ra đằng sau luôn á, nó ra chữ G. G, 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 G. Đụng
vision,
vào giữa cái cuống
vision,
họng nó là chữ R. Còn đụng vào ngay cái răng cửa trên bên trên nó là chữ L.
l, 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 r, r, r,
R, L, G
r,
nó khác nhau nhé. Đó, exactly.
vision. À,
Vision,
như vậy
run,
cái
run,
lưỡi
run.
nó để đằng trước nhưng mà
Đúng
nó
rồi,
để thả lỏng như vậy,
thả
nó
lỏng
động
luôn.
cái thôi.
Run,
Đúng
run.
rồi, thả lỏng chứ không phải là để kê vào trên sát cái hầm mà cái vòng, ở trên cái vòng,
Run. Đúng rồi, chính
vòng
xác. Chính xác, chính xác. Run. Đó, phát hiện.
vision, vision,
No, 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 không phải run, không phải run. Vision.
vision, 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 vision. Không, lúc này đọc đúng, lúc
Run,
này đọc
run,
đúng
run,
rồi.
run, 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 run,
Vision,
run, run.
vision, vision,
No,
vision,
nãy làm được mà ta. Ừ.
vision,
Vision.
vision,
Gần được, phải thêm sức nữa thôi.
vision, vision,
No, phải run. Rồi,
vision,
rồi
vision,
ra riêng. Rừng,
vision,
ru, cái chữ R đó nó khác với lại chữ giờ. Ừ. Nói chung nó giống chữ Z á, nhưng mà nó dùng rất nhiều sức hơn thôi. Âm Z á. Dành, nhưng mà nó rành.
vision, vision,
Rành, rành, rành.
vision, vision,
Đó, nói chung
vision,
là chữ Z nhưng mà nó thêm rất nhiều sức từ trong cuốn họng đẩy ra.
vision,
Rành, rành.
vision, vision, vision,
Ok,
vision,
slowly.
vision, vision, vision. À,
Đó,
đó,
đúng rồi.
đó,
Vision,
đó.
vision, vision,
Vision,
vision.
vision,
Đó, gần được rồi. Very good.
vision,
Vision, vision, vision, vision.
vision, vision, vision,
Đúng rồi, chính xác. Gần
rồi,
được rồi,
rồi.
cố lên. Vision,
Vision,
vision, vision, vision. Tôi cảm thấy như đây là
vision,
một môn thể thao.
vision.
It's
Rồi,
like a
rồi, rồi,
sport, you
rồi,
know.
rồi. Tức là cái lưỡi của mình nó đã sẽ thả lỏng ở giữa cái khoang giữa chứ
Ừ.
không có đụng
Nó không đụng cái
răng
gì cả.
giữa,
Run,
nó
run,
không có
run,
đụng ở
run, run,
vòm
run,
họng ở
run,
trên.
run. Nó không đụng cái gì cả. Yes.
Đúng rồi, nó không đụng cái gì cả, nó đụng ở vòm họng ở trên, trên gọi là gì ta, cái vòm họng đó thì nó sẽ ra R và nó rung,
Đúng
còn nó ở
rồi.
giữa thì nó sẽ ra là âm DZ, rình 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 đó.
Nhưng
Và
mà cũng
nói
phải dùng
càng
rất nhiều
mạnh
sức
thì
nữa
nó càng
nha. Phải
giống.
dùng nhiều
Đúng,
sức nữa
đúng rồi,
nha.
đúng rồi, nó càng mạnh á thì nó càng
Run.
giống, chính xác.
Cái âm
Vision,
SH, cái âm SH với âm sh, với lại âm r. Nó là hai cái âm tốn nhiều sức lắm luôn á. Vision,
machine,
vision, run,
machine,
run, run, run.
giống machine,
Machine, đúng rồi, SH.
machine,
Machine.
machine, vision,
Machines.
vision,
Vision, vision,
vision,
vision, vision.
vision. Đó, đó, đó,
Đó,
đó.
thêm sức nữa thôi là được, là nó chuẩn hết rồi.
Vision, vision,
Yes,
vision,
exactly.
vision. Ta, ta, ta. Nó không phải là đặt cái lưỡi trong cuống họng mà đừng có đặt cái lưỡi trong cái vòng, kê vào cái vòng họng ở trên á, trên cái
Exactly.
vòng họng á, đó đó. Tại vì bữa giờ em nói trong vòng cuống họng không phải cho nên là
I
em
know.
không có xác định.
There must be something wrong, yeah.
Cho nên là anh nói ủa sao nó nằm đó được, cho nên đang cố xác định xem cho được nó nằm ở đâu, không phải nằm kê vào cái răng, răng hàm, răng cửa,
Nó
cũng
để
không.
để thõng 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 vậy thôi, đâu đụng gì đâu.
Đúng rồi, nó không có đụng gì hết.
Run,
Giả
run,
sử
run, run, run.
vision,
Run,
vision,
run, 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 run.
vision,
Run,
vision.
run, 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 run. Run, run,
Dạ.
run, run, run.
this utopian vision.
Đúng rồi, chính xác luôn á. Utopian
This
vision.
utopian vision.
Gần được
This
này.
utopian vision. This utopian vision.
Đó, chính xác.
This
Utopian vision,
utopian vision.
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 Ok, bây giờ anh đọc chữ
Vision.
này thử xem. Try this one. Nó là cái từ liên quan cho vision đó. Nó là visual.
Visual. Visual.
Visual.
Da. Visual. Visual. Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual. Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual.
Visual. Visual.
Visual.
Chắc chắn từ này nào cũng gặp nhiều lắm luôn á. Visual.
Visual. Yeah. Visualization.
Visualization. Visualization.
Visualization. Yeah. Visual.
Exactly.
Visual.
Try another one, I think.
Visualization.
Visual, vision. And then nó cũng có nhiều từ có
Visual.
DZ, từ từ
Nắm
sẽ gặp được
đầu.
thôi. You will
Visualization.
see them more, of course you will. Okay, let's
Yeah.
try
The
again.
visual.
However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision.
However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision. One is how we
One
get the most.
is
One
one
is
is I'm
one
Z.
is
One is
is
how we get the machines
one is how we get the machine
started on a
on the
journey.
on the journey. The other
Is
is
what it would
it would
mean
mean
to
reach the destination.
to reach this destination.
To reach this destination. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the
The
machine
machines
what
what they are looking for.
for with sufficient
Sufficient clarity.
sufficient
Sufficient.
clarity. So with sufficient clarity
That we
that
can be
we can
confident they will find it.
that we can be confident they will find it. Whatever
It actually turns out to be. Turns out to be.
Whatever it actually turns out to be. This won't be easy given that we are tribal creatures and conflicted about
the ideals ourselves.
And conflicted about the ideal ourselves.
Conflicted about the ideal
About the ideals ourselves.
Ourselves. Okay, let's look at this word again. It's ourselves. Cho nên là ourselves. We often ignore the suffering.
Ourselves. We often ignore.
We often ignore.
We often ignore the suffering of strangers
and even contribute to it. Even contribute to it.
Even contribute to it, at least indirectly. How when do we point machines in the direction of something better? However, there are two big problems with the utopian vision. With the utopian vision. One is how we get the machine started on a journey. The other is what it would mean to reach this destination. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machines
what they are looking
for with sufficient clarity that we can be confident
they will find it.
They will find it. whatever it actually turns out to be. This won't be
This won't be easy.
This
This
won't be
won't
easy.
be easy.
This won't be easy.
Nếu mà mình
Given
đọc nhanh á,
that,
thiếu âm tùm lum á.
given
This
that
won't be easy.
this won't be easy, given that we are tribal creatures and conflicted about the ideals ourselves. We
We
often
often ignore the
ignore
suffering.
the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, and at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the direction of something better? Okay, one more time. However, there are two big problems with the utopian vision. One is how we get the machines started on a journey.
Journey.
The other is
Journey. Âm đề Z luôn á.
the
Journey.
on the journey, on the journey,
Journey.
on the journey.
Giống trong chữ bonjour. Yes. Bonjour. Giờ đó. Đề Z đó.
The journey.
Journey. Journey.
The journey.
Journey.
On the journey. On the journey. The other is what it would mean to reach these destinations. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machines what we are looking for with sufficient clarity that we can be confident they will find it. Whatever it actually turns out whatever it actually turns out to be.
Turns out to be.
This won't be easy given that we are tribal creatures.
We are tribal creatures.
Given that we are tribal creatures and conflicted about the ideals ourselves, we often ignore the sufferings. We often ignore the sufferings of strangers and even contribute to it. At least
contribute to it. Even contribute to it.
Even contribute to it, at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the direction of something better? One more time, I think. However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision. One is how we get the machines started on the journey. The other is what it would mean to reach this destination. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machines what they are looking for with sufficient clarity that we can be confident they will find it, whatever it actually turns out to be. This won't be easy given that we are tribal creatures.
Tribal creatures.
We are tribal creatures.
Creatures.
We are tribal creatures. We are tribal creatures and conflicted about the ideal ourselves. We often ignore the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, at least indirectly.
Indirectly.
At least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the directions of something better?
Okay, let's do the next one. As for the destination problem, we might
Loss as for the destination problem, we might
by putting
putting
ourselves
in the hands of these moral guides
and
and
gatekeepers,
gatekeepers, be sacrificing,
âm đầu, động từ to sacrifice,
be
sacrifice,
sacrificing our
our
own
own
our own
autonomy,
autonomy by
our
sacrificing
own autonomy,
by sacrificing our own
sacrificing âm đầu,
be sacrificing our own
autonomy,
autonomy our autonomy, be sacrificing our own autonomy, an important part
of what
what
makes us human.
makes us human, an important part of what makes us
What makes us human? What makes us human?
What makes us human? An important part of what makes us human. Machines who are better than us at sticking to the moral high ground
May be expected to discourage
some of the lapses.
Cái âm age cuối đọc là âm idz. Discourage.
To be maybe expected, maybe
to discourage some of the
to
lapses
discourage some of the lapses
we presently take for granted. We might lose our freedom to discriminate.
We might lose our freedom to discriminate
in favor of our own
communities. For example, we might lose our freedom to discriminate in favor of our own communities. For example,
okay, let's try that once again. As for the destination problem,
as for the destination problem,
as for the
destination problem,
destination problem.
As for the destination problem, destination problem, we might by putting ourselves
in the hands of these moral guides
and gatekeepers. We might by putting ourselves in the hands of these moral guides and gatekeepers,
be sacrificing our own autonomy.
An important part of what makes us human. Machines who are better than us are sticking to the moral high ground. Might be expected to discourage some of the lapses we presently take for granted. We might lose our freedom to discriminate in favor of our own communities. For example,
Yes.
as for the destinations problem, we might by putting ourselves in the hands of these moral guides and gatekeepers, be sacrificing our own autonomy, an important part of what makes us human. Machines who are better than us at sticking to the moral high ground may be expected to
Discourage some of the lapses.
some of the lapses we presently take for granted. We might lose
our freedom.
our freedom.
Freedom
We might lose our freedom
to
to
discriminate
discriminate
in
in the favor of our own communities,
for
for
example.
example.
Okay, good. Now, loss of freedom to behave badly.
Loss of freedom to behave badly. To behave. Loss of freedom to behave badly isn't
always a
always a bad thing. Of course,
Isn't
denying
always a bad thing.
ourselves
Thing.
is a bad, always
Isn't always a bad thing.
bad thing. Always a bad thing. Of course, denying ourselves the freedom to put children to work in factories or to smoke in restaurants are signs of progress. But are we ready for ethical silicon? But are we ready for ethical silicon polish limiting our options? They might be so good at doing it that we won't notice them. But few of us are likely to welcome such a future. Loss of freedom to behave badly isn't always
a bad thing.
bad thing. Of course, denying ourselves the freedom to put children to work in factories or to smoke in restaurants are signs of progress. But are we ready for ethical silicon police limiting our options? They might be so good at doing it that we won't notice them, but few of us are likely to welcome such a future. Loss of freedom to behave badly isn't always a bad thing. Of course, denying ourselves the freedom to put children to work in factories or to smoke in restaurants are signs of progress. But are we ready for ethical silicon police limiting our options? They might be so good at doing it that we won't notice them, but few of us are likely to welcome such a future. Okay.
Okay, these issues might seem
These
far-fetched.
far-fetched.
SH far-fetched. SH xong rồi chữ T ở cuối.
Far-fetched.
Far-fetched.
These these issues might seem far-fetched, but these issues might seem far-fetched, but they are to some extent already here. AI already has some input into how resources are used in our in the
used.
ensued
Chứ mà là ziu. Không phải âm Z đâu anh, không phải âm Z đâu.
assumed.
Giống như đứa bé nó kêu, nó la, nó kêu đẩy cái hơi trong họng ra luôn á.
Assumed.
Used.
Assumed. 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 Assumed in
Giống
our
như người ngoài Bắc hay gọi là dính dáng. Dính thì người miền Nam sẽ là dính dáng. Cái chữ giờ đó đó, nó chính là cái chữ giờ miền Nam Bộ á. Used.
Assumed.
Yes.
How resources are used in our National Health Service and as here in the UK, for example, here in the UK, for example, if it was given a greater role, it might do so much more efficiently than humans can manage and act in the interest of taxpayers and those who use the healthcare system.
Healthcare system.
Healthcare, no healthcare. Health system.
A system.
The health system.
The health system.
The health system.
System.
The health system. Who use the health system, however, will be depriving some humans. For example, senior doctors.
Example.
For example, senior doctors.
Senior.
For example, senior. For example, senior doctors of the control they presently enjoy.
Of the control they presently enjoy.
Of the control they presently enjoy.
Since we want to ensure that.
Since they want to be ensured that.
We would want to ensure that.
Since we would want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair, the goals of AI would need to be specified correctly. These issues might seem far-fetched. These issues might seem far-fetched, but they are to some extent already here. AI already has some input into how resources are used in
our National Health Service.
As used in our National Health service, NHS.
Here in the UK, for
Here
example,
in the UK, for example, if it were given a granted role, it might do so much more efficiently than humans can manage and act in the interest of taxpayers and those who use the health system. However, we would be depriving some
we would be
we would be
depriving some humans.
we would be we would be
Depriving some
depriving
humans
we would be depriving some humans, for example, senior doctor,
of the control they presently
we
enjoy.
presently enjoy, since we would want to ensure that we would want to ensure
that people are treated
we
equally.
would want to ensure that people are treated equally and
And that
that
policies are fair.
are fair.
The
The
goals of
goals
AI
of AI would need to be specified correctly.
Okay, let's try again. These issues might
This
seem
issue
far-fetched,
might seem far-fetched, but they are to some extent already here. AI already has some input into how resources are used in our National Health Service, NHS, NHS. Here in the UK, for example, if it was given a greater role, it might do so much more efficiently than humans can manage and act in the interest of taxpayers and those who use the health system. However, they would be depriving some humans, for example, senior doctor, of the control they presently enjoy. Then we would want to ensure that
we want to ensure that
we would want to ensure that we would want to ensure that
people are treated equally.
People are treated equally and that policy are fair. People are treated equally and that policies are fair. The goals of AI would need to be specified correctly, since we would want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair. The goals of AI would need to be specified correctly. These issues might seem far-fetched, but they are to some extent already here. AI already has some input into how resources are used in our National Health Service, NHS.
Here in the UK,
for example, if it were given a greater role, it might do so much more efficiently than humans can manage and act in the interest of payer and taxpayer and those who use the health system. However, we would be depriving some humans, for example, senior doctor, of the control they presently enjoy, since we would want to ensure that. Ensure, since we would want to ensure, since we would want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair. The goals of AI would
The
need
goals of
the
AI.
goals of AI would need to be specified correctly, since we would want to ensure that since we would want to ensure that since we want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair. The goals of AI would need to be specified correctly.
Okay, let's
We
take a
have
break now, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, let's take a little bit break. Okay, can you read the next paragraph? We have a new powerful technology to deal with literally, 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 literally,
Literally. We have a new powerful we have a new powerful technology to deal with it itself. Literally a new way of thinking. For our own safety, we need to point these new thinkers.
point. We need to
We
point these
need to
new
point-
thinkers.
We need to point these new thinkers in the right direction to and get them to act well for us. It is not that clear wherever this is possible, but if it is, it will require a cooperative spirit.
A cooperative, what?
A cooperative spirit. It will require a cooperative spirit and a willingness to set aside self-interest.
To set aside self-interest.
We have a new powerful technology to deal with itself literally a new way of thinking for our own safety. We need to point these new thinkers. We need to point these new thinkers
in the right direction.
in the right direction and get them to act well for us. It is not that clear wherever this is possible, but if it is, it will require a cooperative spirit and a willingness to set aside self-interest.
Self-interest. Self-interest.
Self-interest. We have a new powerful technology to deal with its health literally and new way of thinking. For our own safety, we need to point these new thinkers in the right direction and get them to act well for us. it is not that clear wherever this is possible, but if it is, it will require a cooperative spirit and a willingness to set aside self-interest. To set aside self-interest.
Mhm.
One
It's
more
hard.
time.
I know it's hard.
Yeah. We have a new powerful technology to deal with itself. Literally a new way of thinking. For our own safety, we need to point these new thinkers in the right direction and get them to act well for us. It is not that clear wherever this is possible, but if it is, it will require a cooperative spirit and a willingness to set aside self-interest. Both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be uniquely
Unique.
human capacity.
To be uniquely human
uniquely
capacities.
to be uniquely human capacities. Both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be uniquely human capacities, but safety seems to require that we think of them at a pack, at a pass. We think of them as a package, at a package.
What? We think of them as a package. Package.
A package. At a package.
IDZ cuối. H. Package. Package. Package.
We think of them as a package.
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 MDZ cuối.
Package.
Package. Package.
At a package. If we are to give general intelligence to machines, we need to give them moral authority too. And where exactly would that leave human beings? Are there more reason to think about the destination now and to be careful about what we wish for? Both general intelligence
Both
and
general intelligence.
both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be uniquely human capacities, but safety seems to require that we think of them as a package. If we are to give a general intelligence to machines, we need to give them moral authority too. And where exactly would that leave human beings? And where exactly would that leave human beings? Are there more reason to think about the destination now? Are there more reason to think about the destination now and to be careful about what we wish for? Both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be unique
và unique nha. Unique, cái từ này phải cẩn thận. Unique những âm hai.
Uniquely.
It's unique, you see. This one, I cannot reset. This is better.
Unique.
Unique.
Nhưng âm 2.
Unique.
It's unique.
Unique. Unique. Unique.
Unique.
Unique.
Unique. Unique.
Unique.
Tại vì sao mấy
Uniquely.
cái chữ que que này nè nó bắt nguồn tiếng Pháp,
À,
cho
yeah.
nên cái quy luật tiếng Anh nó rất là ngược đời với tiếng Anh. Nó không phải là unique mà là unique.
Unique.
It's unique. Độc đáo nó liên quan cho uno, unum là số 1 á.
Unique.
Tiếng Latin đó.
Technique. Technique.
Technique,
Technique.
physique,
Unique.
unique, physique,
Unique.
technique.
Technique.
Đó, mấy cái đó đó.
Yeah. Unique technique.
Uniquely human capability.
Uniquely human. Uniquely. To be uniquely human capacities.
What?
That separately.
Capacities. Capacities.
Capacity. Capacity. To be uniquely human capacities.
But
But
safety seems to
safety
require
seems
that.
to require that. To require that we think of them as a package. If we are to give a general intelligence to machines, we need to give them moral authority too. And where exactly would that leave human beings? Are there more reason to think about the destination now
And
and
to
to
be
be
careful.
careful about what we wish for?
Okay, that's good. Now, I would like you to go back to the beginning and read this one. Living with artificial intelligence. Let's do this one.
Living with artificial intelligence, powerful artificial intelligence AI needs to be
Reliably aligned.
reliably aligned with human values, but does it mean AI will eventually have to polish those values?
Police, right? Police or police?
Polish those values. This had been the decade of AI, with one astonishing feat after another. A chat playing AI that can defeat not only our human chess players, but also our previous
What?
human
Player?
chess players,
Human chess players, but also all previous human program.
but also our previous human program chess machines. After learning the game in just 4 hours, that's yesterday's news. What's next? 2. This
These prodigious accomplishment.
prodigious. These prodigious accomplishments. These prodigious accomplishments are all in so-called narrow AI, where machines perform highly specialized tasks. But many experts believe this restriction is very temporary. By mid-century, we may have artificial general intelligence (AGI) machines that can achieve human level performance and the full range of tasks.
A full range. MDZ. A full range. A
The
full
full range
of tasks.
That we ourselves can tackle. If so, there is little reason to think it will stop there. Machines will be free of many of the physical constraints on human intelligence. our brains run at slow biochemical processing speeds on the power of the light bulb.
Of a light bulb.
Of a light bulb.
Of a light
Of a
bulb.
light bulb.
Of a light bulb.
On the
Bulb.
power of a light bulb, and their size is restricted by the dimensions of the human birth panel. It is remarkable what they accomplish given these handicaps, but they may be as far from the physical limits of thought as our eyes are from the incredibly powerful Webb
Space Telescope.
Webb Space Telescope. Once machines are better than us at designing even smarter machines, progress towards these limits could accelerate progress toward these limits
could accelerate.
Could accelerate. What would it mean for us? Could we ensure
a safe and worthwhile coexistence?
Could we ensure a safe and worthwhile coexistence?
Sai vậy, cái từ này sai vậy. Exist. Exist. Coexistence.
And worthwhile coexistences.
Chưa đúng.
Coexist.
Exist.
Existence. Existence. Exists. Existence. 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 Existences. Could we ensure a safety? Could we ensure a safe and worthwhile coexistence with such machines? What would it mean for us? What would this mean for us? Could we ensure a safe and worthwhile coexistence with such machines? On the plus side, AI is already useful and profitable. AI is already useful and profitable for many things, and super AI might be expected to be super useful and super profitable. But the more powerful AI becomes, the more important it will be to specify its goals with great care. Folklore is full of tales of people who ask people.
Folklore is full of tales of people
who ask for the
wrong thing.
Folklore is full of tales of people who ask for the wrong thing, who ask for the wrong thing with disastrous consequences.
Disastrous.
With disastrous consequences. King Midas, for example, might have wished that everything he touched turned to gold, but didn't really intend this to apply to his breakfast. One machines are better than us at designing even smarter machines. Progress towards these limits could accelerate.
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 Âm 2.
Could accelerate.
Could accelerate.
Could accelerate.
What would
What
this
would
mean
it
for
mean
us?
for
Điều
us?
này có ý nghĩa gì đối với chúng ta? Nó lặp thì nó phải nhấn vào cái chữ this. What would this mean for us?
What would this?
What would this mean for
this
us?
mean for us?
What would this mean for us?
mean for us? What would this mean for us?
Could we ensure
We
a
ensure
safe
a
and
safe and
worthwhile
worthwhile
coexistence?
coexistence.
Existence.
Coexistence.
Vẫn chưa được.
Existence.
ST. Exist.
Coexistence.
Exist. Exist. Exist.
Exist. Exist.
Exist. Exist.
Coexist. Coexist.
Exist. Exist. Exist.
Coexist. 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 And work while coexistence with third machines. On the plus side, AI is already useful and profitable for many things, and super AI might be expected to be super useful and super profitable. But the more powerful AI becomes, the more important it will be to specify its goals with great care.
With great care.
With great care.
Folklore is full of tales.
Is full of tales of people who ask for the wrong thing. Who ask for the wrong thing with disastrous.
Vẫn thiếu. ST. Disastrous.
With disaster. Consequences.
Let's try again. Disastrous consequences.
With disaster consequences. King Midas, for example, might have wished that everything he turned to gold, but didn't really intend it to apply to his breakfast. Oh, I think one's machines are better than Earth at designing even smarter machines. Progress towards these limits could accelerate. What would this mean for us? Could we ensure a safe and worldwide coexist with such machines? On the plus side, AI is already useful and profitable for many things, and super AI might be expected to be super useful and super profitable.
But the more powerful AI
becomes, the more important it will be to specify its goal with great care. Folklore is full of tales of people who act for the wrong thing with disastrous consequences. King Midas, for example, might have wished that everything he touched turned to gold, but didn't really intend this to apply to his breakfast.
Didn't really là sao anh? Didn't really, y kéo dài.
Really,
Really.
really,
Không phải really nha, không phải IU đâu. Really.
really, but
This one.
didn't really.
Oh, now it's getting back to like small font here. Real and
Really, really, really,
Really.
really.
really, really.
Nó chưa bao giờ là really đó, nó chưa bao giờ là IU đó.
Không có.
Really, really.
Really,
But
really.
didn't really
But
intend
didn't
this.
really intend this to apply to his breakfast.
Breakfast.
To apply to his breakfast.
So we need to
So we need to create powerful AI machines.
create powerful AI machines.
So we need to create powerful AI machines that are human friendly, that have goals directly aligned with our own values. One thing that makes this task difficult is that
One thing that makes this task difficult.
One thing that makes this task difficult is that we are far from reliably human-friendly ourselves. We do many terrible things to reach our we do many terrible things to each other
and to many other
creatures with whom we share the planet. If super intelligent machines don't do a lot better than us, we'll be in deep trouble. We'll have powerful new intelligent
amplify.
We will have powerful new intelligent amplifying the dark sides of our own fallible nature.
Fallible nature. Okay, fallible. It's able. It's fallible.
Fallible.
Dễ dàng phạm lỗi. Likely to make mistakes. Bản chất con người là dễ dàng phạm lỗi. Of course, we have a fallible nature. Fallible because we are likely to fail. You know, to fail, to make mistakes.
We have powerful new intelligent amplifying the dark sides. Amplifying new intelligence amplifying the dark sides of our own fallible natures. So we need to create powerful AI machines that are human friendly, that have goals reliably aligned with our own values. One thing that makes this task difficult. One thing that makes this task difficult. Okay.
One thing that makes this task difficult
Yes.
is that.
One thing that makes this task difficult is that we
are far from reliably.
We are far from reliably human friendly ourselves. We do many terrible things to each other and to many other.
Each other.
So we do many terrible things to each other and to many other creatures and to many other creatures with whom we share the planet. If super intelligent machines don't do a lot
better than
us, we'll be in deep trouble. We have powerful new intelligence amplifying the dark side
of our
own
fallible natures. Okay, let's do the next one. For safety's sake.
For
For God's sake, vì Chúa. For safety's sake. Vì lý do an toàn. For safety's
sake.
For safety's sake.
For safety's sake. Then we want the machines to be ethically as well as
ethically
to be ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. Cognitively to be ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. We want them to aim for the moral high ground, not for the top.
Not for the troughs in which.
Not for the tops, in which many of us spend some of our time. Luckily, they'll be smart. They'll be smart enough for the top if they are root to the moral high ground. They'll be better than Earth. They'll be better than Earth at finding them and steering us in the right direction. For safety's sake, then we want the machines to be ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. We want them to aim for the moral high ground, not for their tops, in which many of us spend some of our time. Luckily, they'll be smart enough for the job. If their roots to the moral high ground, they'll be better than us at finding them and steering us and steering us in the right direction. However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision. However, there are two big problems with this utopian vision. There are two big problems with this utopian vision. reasons. One is how we get the machine started on the journey. The other is what it would mean to reach this destination. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machines what we are looking for with sufficient clarity that we can be confident they will find it. They will find it, whatever it actually turns out to be. This won't be easy, given
This won't
that
be easy.
this won't
Won't
be
be easy, given that we are tribal creatures.
Given that we are tribal creature and conflict about the ideals ourselves.
What? Yes.
We often ignore. We often
ignore the suffering of strangers.
We often ignore the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, at least indirectly, at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the direction of something better? As far from destination problem, we might, by putting ourselves in the hands of these moral guides and gatekeepers, be sacrificing our own autonomy, an important part of what makes us human. As for the destination problem, we might
by putting
ourselves in the hands of these moral guides and gatekeepers, by sacrificing our own autonomy, an important part of what made us human. Machines who are better than us at sticking to the moral high ground may be expected to discourage
some of the lapses we presently take.
Discourage some of the lapses we presently take for granted. Take for granted. We might lose our freedom to discriminate in favor of our own communities. For example, as
loss of
for
freedom
the
to behave
definition,
badly.
Loss of freedom to behave badly isn't always a bad thing. Of course, denying ourselves the freedom to put children to work in factories or to smoke in restaurants are signs of progress. But are we ready for ethical silicon police limiting our options? They might be so good at doing it that we won't notice them.
We won't notice them.
But that we won't notice. We won't notice them.
Notice them.
Notice them. We won't
notice.
Notice. We won't notice them. But few of us are
We
like
won't notice.
Notice.
N-O. Notice. We won't notice them.
We won't notice them. We won't notice them. we will notice them, but few of us
Notice.
notice,
Notice.
notice,
Notice. We will notice them.
We won't notice them.
But few
We
of us are
won't
likely
notice
to welcome
them,
such a
but
future.
few of us are likely to welcome
Such a future.
a future.
Okay. These issues might seem far-fetched.
seem far-fetched, but they are to some extent already
Already here.
AI already has some input into how resources are used in our National Health Service NHS. Here in the UK, for example, if it was given a greater role, it might do so much more efficiently than humans can manage and act in the interest of taxpayers and those who use the health system. However, we'll be describing some humans, for example, senior doctor of the control they presently in charge, since we want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair. The goals of AI would need to be specified correctly. We have a new powerful technology to deal with. Technology. We have a new powerful technology to deal with. Itself, literally a new way of thinking. For our own safety, we need to point these new thinkers in the right direction and get them to act well for us. It's not that clear. It is not that clear wherever this is possible, but if it is, it will require a cooperative spirit. It will require a cooperative
spirit.
And a willingness to set aside
self-interest.
To set aside self-interest. Both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be uniquely human capacities, but safety seems to require that we think of them as a package. If we are to give general intelligence to machines, we need to give them moral authority too. And where exactly would that leave human beings? Are there more reason to think about the destination now and to be careful about what we wish for?
What we wish for.
What we wish for.
For.
What we wish for. what we wish for. Both general intelligence and moral reasoning are often thought to be uniquely human capacities, but scientists seem to require that we think of them as a package. If we are to give general intelligence to the machines,
Machines.
to machine,
Machine.
we need to give them moral. We need to give them moral authority too. And where exactly would that leave human beings? Are the more reason to think about the destination now and to be careful about what we wish for.
Be careful what we wish for.
And to be careful about what we wish for. What we wish for.
Okay. Okay, very good. I would like you to try. Can you try another one? Let's try this one. An ideal city. Let's go to passage 3. An ideal city. It also talks about Leonardo da Vinci's ideal city. Oh, did we do this one before?
City.
Did we do this one before?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we
I
did.
think we did already. Yes.
How can we did it already?
Yeah, I think we did both.
Of course we did both. Okay, let's try this one. An ideal city.
An ideal city, Leonardo da Vinci's ideal city was centuries ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time. Ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time. The word genius.
A good genius.
The word genius.
The good genius.
Genius. Genius. Nó giống genius. Âm đề Z.
Genius.
Genius. Genius.
Genius. The good genius.
Genius.
The good genius. The good
Genius.
The good genius. The good
The word genius.
The word genius is universally
associated.
Is universally associated with the name of Leonardo da Vinci. Of the name of Leonardo da Vinci, a true Renaissance
man. A true Renaissance man. He embodied.
A true Renaissance man. He embodied a scientific spirit. Scientific spirit. Artistic talent and humanist sensibilities. 500 years had passed since Leonardo died. In his home and at the Chateau
du Clos Lucé.
And Chateau du Clos Lucé.
Chateau du Clos Lucé.
Chateau Lucy.
Chateau.
At Chateau du Clos Lucy, outside Tours, France, that far from fading into insignificance, his thinking had carried down the centuries and still surprise
And still surprises today.
and still surprises today. The Renaissance the Renaissance marked the transition. The Renaissance marked the transition from the 15th century.
Âm tê cuối. Marked the transition from the
The
15th
Renaissance
century
marked the transition from the 15th century to modernity and took modernity took place after spread of the spread of the spread
the
second
spread of the plague.
plague
The spread of the plague in the 14th century.
Spread a plague in the 14th century, which caused a global crisis resulting in some 200 million deaths across Europe and Asia.
Across Europe and Asia. Asia.
As across Europe and Asia.
Asia. Asia. Phải dùng nhiều số âm đó. Asia.
And Asia.
Today, the world is on a cusp of a climate crisis.
Today, the world
is on a cusp.
Today, the world is on the cusp
of a climate crisis.
Today, the world is on the cusp of a climate crisis, which is
predicted to cause
predicted
to cause widespread displacement, extinctions,
extinctions
and death. If left unaddressed,
if left unaddressed,
then as now radical solutions were called for.
Radical solutions were called for to revolutionize the way people live and safeguard humanity
against
catastrophe. Okay, then as now, radical solutions were called for to revolutionize the way people live and safeguard humanity, safeguard humanity against catastrophe, against catastrophe, safeguards humanity against catastrophes,
Catastrophe.
catastrophe, safeguards humanity against
Humanity.
humanity, humanity against catastrophe, catastrophe,
Catastrophe.
catastrophe. Then, as now, radical solutions were called for to revolutionize the way people live and safeguard humanity against catastrophe. Around 1466, around 1486, around 1486, after a pestilence, after a pestilence that killed half the population in Milan, Italy, Leonardo turned his thoughts to urban planning problems. Following a typical Renaissance trend, he began to work again. Around 1486, after a pestilence that killed half the population in Milan, Italy, Leonardo turned his thoughts to urban planning problems. Following a typical Renaissance trend, he began to work on an ideal city project which due to its excessive cost would remain unfulfilled, that given that unsustainable urban models, are a key cause of global climate change today. It is only natural to wonder how Leonardo might have changed the shape of modern cities.
Okay. All right. Although the Renaissance. Let's continue a bit. Although the Renaissance is renowned.
The Renaissance is renowned as
an
an
era
era
of
of incredible progress in art and architecture. It is rarely noted that the 15th century also marked the birth of urbanists as a two academic discipline, the
rigor and method behind the conscious.
The rigor and method behind
The conscious
conception of a city had been largely missing in Western
in Western thought. Western thought.
thought, in Western thought, until the moment when commitment resigning, when commitment resign, man put forward large-scale urban projects in Italy.
Large-scale urban projects in Italy. Đọc lại câu vừa rồi đi anh, please. Prominent, renaissance, prominent, những âm đầu. Prominent, renaissance man.
When prominent
forward.
Renaissance man
Pushed forward
Pushed-
large-scale urban
pushed-
projects.
pushed forward large-scale urban projects in Italy.
Such as the reconfiguration.
Okay. Prominent Renaissance man pushed forward large-scale urban projects in Italy, such as the reconfiguration of
The reconfiguration.
the town, as the reconfiguration of the town of Piazza and the expansion of the city of Ferrara.
Expansion.
Expansion of the
City of Ferrara.
Ferrara. This was surely inspired Leonardo's decision.
These works surely inspired Leonardo's decision.
These works surely
Inspired Leonardo's decision to rethink the design
and
of medieval cities.
medieval
cities.
Design of medieval cities with their wide and overcrowded streets and with
houses piled against one another.
With houses piled
against one another.
With houses piled against one another. With their wide and overcrowded streets, with houses piled against one another, and it is not easy to identify a coordinated vision.
Coordinated vision of Leonardo's ideal city.
Yeah. It is not easy to identify a coordinated vision. A coordinated vision of Leonardo's ideal city because of his because of his disorderly way.
What?
His
disordered way of working. Disordered way of working with notes and sketches. Disordered way of
his disordered way. His disordered way of working with notes and sketch
with notes
and sketches but for the largest collection of Leonardo's papers ever assemble a series of innovative talks.
Innovative, âm đầu. Innovative.
Innovative. A series of
Innovative thoughts.
talks can be reconstructed regarding the foundation of a new
Regarding the
city.
foundation of a new city.
Regarding the foundation of a new city along the
Along the
Ticino River.
Ticino River.
Ticino, along the Ticino River, which runs from Switzerland into Italy and is Italy into Italy and is 248 kilometers long. He designed the city for the easy transport of goods and clean urban space, and he wanted a comfortable.
And he wanted a comfortable.
He wanted a comfortable. He wanted a comfortable and spacious city with well-ordered streets and architects.
Architect.
With well-ordered
Streets and architecture. Những ông bà. Architecture.
Streets and architecture. And
cái chữ mà kiến trúc sư những ông đầu architect. Còn cái từ kiến trúc á, nó là những âm ba architecture. Architecture.
Street and architecture. He recommended high stone walls with towers and battlements of all necessary.
Towers and battlements of all necessary and pleasant
beauty. Of all necessary and pleasant beauty. Okay, your time is over.
Okay, good. Now let's stop it here.
Okay.